And greetings, everyone. Welcome to another session of Inteligense Chek with me, Connor Boy. And to the other side of this virtual table, I got my buddy Paul.
What's up?
Paulie?
What's up?
So, today is going to be a fun session. I mean, we're talking barbarians. I'm already excited because my first proper character was a barbarian. Yes, it is quite cliche.
So-
Even Paul was a little upset. He was like, I thought you'd make a bard. I still remember you saying that to me.
So after last week's session, I started I'm like, Con, what do we do this week? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, I don't fucking know either. And then we figured, fuck it. Let's do Barbarians, which is the next in alphabetical order in the class sheets available for all players in Dungeons and Dragons. So, the Angry Boys. Or ladies.
Well, yes, I mean, I wanted to say you can't call them act, but yes, they are. Yes, it's what drives them. It's what makes them who they are. I mean, so for some context for people who don't know, so barbarians have a feature called rage. Like any person who knows D&D, you know, like rage, yes, barbarian. Like you immediately think about the rage feature as to being the main mechanic behind the barbarian. And yeah, that's what makes them the angry boys or ladies or whatever pronoun they take in the gang. And it's fun. It's always good, and trust me, it's good to have a barbarian.
Oh yeah.
Don't ever be like, oh, barbarian's a boy. Hey, if you like playing someone who can be like a super damage soaker and hit hard, barbarian.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Barbs are stupidly good.
Yeah.
They're so good, I hate them.
As DMs, yeah, it's a tough time if your party has a barb, and especially like if they're we're gonna see all of them anyways in a bit. But if they're like a bear totem barbarian, you're gonna be, oh god, this person's gonna be immune to everything except for psychic damage.
Yeah. Unless I make a character that has some spells which can just take the barbarian out of the fight.
Yeah. Or that.
DMs
all had the pleasure of doing.
That was so much fun. DMs, let your players play barbarians and throw anything you can at them, and especially if you get a spellcaster online, oh boy, a barbarian's gonna have a hard time. Such a hard time.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get to brass tacks. Con, I'm letting you take lead because you've made a barbarian, you've played a barbarian, and go for it.
Play two.
You play two barbarians.
Counting Belch. Yeah, don't forget my old boy Belch. God, I love that old man. But so before we get into it, barbarians are a very no bullshit class, and what I mean by that is their mechanics are very straight up. You are hands-on, weapons-based, and you're in the middle of the fight. You have to be in the middle of the fight, attracting as many people, as many enemies as you can towards you. So you take most of the hits and being a damage soaker for your party for the most part and hitting hard. And saying that, let's get into the barbarian. So basic class features, and again we're talking everything from the player's handbook. So we will visit the other books in the future. We plan to. We cannot leave out the cool stuff. We love the cool stuff. We'll even touch on some even wacky stuff that's probably still homebrew and playtest stuff also. But coming back to this, player's handbook. So class features of the barbarian, basic class features, your hit points, you get a 1d12, right? Starting off
which is
for your
insane.
hit die. Which is insane. D12 is your hit die. Unless you're a bad roller like me and you curse your barbarian with shit hit points. But that's just me. So you're still fine.
Yeah, because at level 3, you can probably have double the HP of the rest of the party put together.
Oh yeah.
Depending how well you roll.
Oh yeah. You constantly gain higher HP than your party. Like, trust me, even me with my bad rolls, I know I'm high, top HP in my parties. because just because of that D12 dice, it's amazing.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. So that's their hit dice. They get a D12 dice, and they have proficiencies. Now armor, they are proficient in light armor, medium armor, and shields. They're not proficient in heavy armor, although you might think these hardy dudes, like, hey, they should be able to. They can, but you will understand later on why heavy armor can be quite a bit of a no-no for these guys. And for weapons, they have proficiency in simple weapons and martial weapons. Tools, none. Awesome. I mean, like I said, no bullshit class. Like, you're not going to be sitting and thinking, oh, I need to craft this. No, you're going to find someone who's got a weapon, or take an enemy's weapon away from them. Trust me, there's always ways to find weapons. And for saving throws, you gain proficiencies in strength and constitution. And for skills, you get to choose 2. And you get to choose from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival. I personally have always gone for athletics and survival. I mean, or even intimidation is good to have as a barbarian. You could potentially frighten someone before you get into a fight or something.
Yeah. I mean, and also the thing is, I know perception seems like nothing, but trust me, perception can actually save your life.
Yeah, it can save your life.
So I'd say, me personally, I'd pick athletics and perception as my stats.
Yeah, that would be perfectly awesome as well. And moving on to equipment, so they start off with the following equipment. And again, we've spoken about this in an episode before, where you do have the, if you talk to your DM, they might let you even buy weapons before a game. There's a whole different calculation and all that, considering how much gold you would have in hand and all that stuff. But they start with either a great axe, or you choose any martial melee weapon. Then you start with also either 2 hand axes or a simple weapon. And you come with an explorer's pack and 4 javelins. Those javelins will come in handy. Trust me. They come in handy. You want your hands out, like I said, you want to have an arsenal of weapons. Again, I'm not saying carry 10 weapons on you. No. Have 3 good weapons on you as a barbarian. Trust me, you want a selection of weapons. So, and I would say personally, go for the great axe straight off the bat.
I mean, generally as a rule, it's always good for any class for that matter. Have a melee weapon and have a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Have both.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea to have at least two kinds of weapons on your person.
Yeah. And especially when you know weapons is what you're going to be focusing on, it's good to have a good range of weapons. So you could even have 2 melees and 1 range, where you have a slashing melee and a bludgeoning melee.
Yeah.
You could always carry 2 types of damaging weapons. So like I said, again, you might think, oh, it's going to be so boring. No, these are other small things you can think of for characters like barbarians or fighters, where you actually focus on the weapons and try to get really good weapons. It's fun, guys. Trust me, it's really fun.
Yes.
And okay, now we get to the cool stuff. So starting off, the first, again, the core feature of the barbarian. Rage.
Yeah.
I just love saying it. You just always feel awesome when you tell your DM, I would like to rage.
I would like to rage. You can say it as sweet as you'd like.
You can be absolutely sweet about it also.
Yes, I would like to rage. It's okay.
So, in battle, you fight with primal ferocity. Oh, I love the wording on that. And on your turn, you can enter rage as a bonus action. So, while raging, you gain the following benefits. You gain these benefits only if you aren't wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
So that's why you see these guys don't need a proficiency in heavy armor, because they're not going to be looking to wear it anyway. So as a barbarian, if you're making one, keep that in mind.
Yeah, and also there's another feature that's coming up later, which you'll understand why you don't even need armor. But
armor. Yeah. So moving on, these are the features you gain, while you are in rage. you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Amazing. Trust
So,
me,
yeah.
it's amazing.
So
You can. That means your athletic checks
Yeah.
also are at advantage. Anything that's related to strength, you have advantage on, or the possibilities with this. Trust me, guys, are pretty awesome.
It can
Like say
save your
for
life.
example, yeah. Like say for example, you guys have a boulder that's kind of almost tumbling on you guys, but the barbarian manages to hold it in place. Now you need to make a strength check or a save, depending on how the DM rules it, and you're like, oh boy, like the entire party is banking on this. So let's say no one can help him also in this situation. If he's raging, advantage on that check, and knowing barbarians, most of the time they'll make it, because when you're building your barbarian, you're gonna put your top scores into your strength and your constitution.
Hashtag
That's
always be
what you're
raging.
gonna. Yeah, hashtag ABR.
Hashtag
Always be
ABR.
raging.
Because I mean, just to on a sideline, I have had way too many barbarians who haven't.
You should explain this. Yes.
Yeah, so I had a beginner's game and we had a barbarian. I'm like, I told him right at the gate, like, bruh, as a barbarian, you're getting into a fight. First thing you do on your turn, bonus action, rage, just rage. And he's like, yeah, go. Several fights went by. Fucker never raged. The cleric ran out of spell slots. This guy has no more healing. He dropped like 3, 4, 5 times. It's like, bruh, can you please just rage? You are the front line, man. You're the only thing keeping enemies away from your backline members. Oh, so ABR, always be raging. If you have an opportunity to rage in a fight, do it.
Do it.
Fucking do it.
Do it. It's just a bonus action also, so you could probably sneakily like try and hopefully sneak in a rage before the combat started if you work a deal with your DM. You never know.
Yeah.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
It's not much to do it also. So moving on to what rage gives you. So you gain advantage again on your strength checks and your strength saving throws or any other ability related to strength. And apart from that, when you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a barbarian. And again, the damage increase is shown in the barbarian table. And trust me guys, that rage damage makes a difference.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
So to give you guys a reference, from levels 1 to 8, it's a +2 to damage. Mm-hmm. From 9 till 15, it's +3 damage. And then 16 to 20, it's +4. So it's extra damage over and above your normal attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So say I hit you with a great axe, say. That's 1d12 of damage.
Yeah.
Say I rolled 12 plus my strength modifier in terms of damage. +2 or +3 or +4 above that, depending on what level you are.
Yeah.
So you dish out a metric fuck ton of damage.
A lot of damage, a lot. And that's why I said you want to wield a weapon such as a great axe straight out of the bat because of that D12.
Yeah.
Wield it two-handed, hit. It's okay if you don't roll 2d8s. Trust me, that 1d12 is a good roll. Somehow that dice is favored to roll well. I love the d12 as a damage dice. I don't know. I always roll well with that one. It's the only dice that loves me.
I mean, guys, keep in mind, some weapons have higher damage dice, which is fine. But the point is, remember,
Which is fine.
when you roll higher damage dice, the chance of you getting lower damage is also possible. But the top end of the damage is kind of stupid.
And again, trust me, it's easy actually to hit as a barbarian. You'll see why. You'll see why. So, moving on. So, they get, they get the added damage from rage. And now the third feature they gain whenever a barbarian is raging, you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Which is huge.
Huge. That's what 60% of the damage type you'll face in any campaign. Any campaign. I mean, it's basic melee weapons initially.
In the initial levels, you are unkillable.
Oh yeah.
All these goblins and orcs, all that stuff, using swords and slashing at you, you're just like, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing when you hear the DM call, okay, that's 20 damage reduced to half, you take 10, and you can hear the sadness in the DM's
Yeah.
voice, and you're like, glory!
Yeah. The DM goes, yes, critical hit. Crit. Who did I hit? The Barbarian. Fuck.
Fuck. Fine, you take 36 points of damage reduced to half. Yes,
18.
glory!
Yeah, you take 18 points of damage. Fuck.
Yes, I'm alive, guys. I'm alive. I've got 15 hit points. That means I could take probably another 2 more hits and I'll be good.
Oh man, Barbarians, I hate them. As a DM, they're the worst.
Yeah, as a player,
Oh yeah, as a player, they're awesome.
Oh. Like, there have been times where I wanted to retire Murin, thinking, like, I had that thought in my head. I was like, what can I do even more with the Barbarian? But the more I started playing, I was like, wow, it's actually a very cool play style. It's super fun, and you need to hit. You need to constantly hit. You can't be that person who's going to be reserved and be like, oh no, I'll wait this one round. I won't rage this round. I'll wait. No. As the Barbarian, the moment that map is on, the DM lays out the coins. You plan your attack. You know you're going in for an attack. So find a position and, like, again, try to attract as many people as you can to you. That's what you want to keep doing. Yeah. But that's what you gain when you're raging. And again, your rage lasts for 1 minute. And if you are able to cast spells, you cannot cast them while you're raging. And you will see later on, actually, Barbarians do gain the ability to cast spells ritually. You will see that later on. But you also... So here's another thing. So it ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. So that again, like, further reflects on what I was talking about just a little while, like just few seconds ago. You have to be in the middle of the fight, hitting people constantly, because A, you want the focus to be on you, knowing you can damage soak. B, your rage will drop if you don't do anything. So let's say first round, you're like, okay, bonus action rage, but you don't hit anything, or you don't hold an action to trigger a hit, like, and that round goes on for like probably 3-4 turns, and say the round ends and you don't get hit or you don't hit anything, rage is dropped, my friend.
Yeah.
And you don't want that to happen. Like, at the start, I think let's just check the column quickly.
You have 2 rages, I think?
Yeah, you have 2 rages. And you gain a 3rd rage only at level 3, and it ramps up like that as you keep leveling up.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 rages, like, again, keep getting hit. It's okay to get hit. You're designed to take the damage. Take the damage. As you can see, raging has benefits. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have to say that, but we know out of experience there are actually people who forget to rage.
Yeah. It's like, do you not understand what you can be doing right now if you're raging?
And again, we're not shouting at you. We're just saying, rage. Rage, my friend. You be angry. You be angry at everyone standing in front of you right now.
The amount of times I've just sat there, like, I wanted them, rage. Fucking rage. You can win this fight if you just rage. No? Okay, cool. Not rage. Okay, yeah, fine. Cool.
Yeah. So that's what rage does. Again, it's a bonus action to use your rage. And once you have raged the number of times shown on the Barbarian table, you regain all your expended uses only after a long rest. So keep an eye out on that. So in between short rests, that's why I'm saying, like, rage once, so that will last you for 1 minute. Constantly hit. It's okay if you miss. Hit. That's all you need to make a weapon attack, basically. You need to attack a hostile creature. Whether it misses or not, it's fine, but you need to attack. Yeah. So, attack, rage, be angry. And moving on to the next feature, Unarmored Defense.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. While you are not wearing any armor, your armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit.
Yeah.
Now, this is amazing. So, again, this is why you see they don't need proficiency in heavy armor. Not just because heavy armor doesn't allow them to rage, but also like, hey, they don't even need armor.
You can be buck naked.
Wear armor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can be buck
I
naked.
still, I'm cool. I don't even want a shield because I have a AC of 15. I'm fine with that at the moment, and because the mages, like, we have a synergy going where I get hasted. That's a +2 to my AC. I'm cool. I'm cool. I can take the damage also. It's awesome. So yeah, this is another cool thing. If you're looking to play a barbarian and you're not worried about the armor aspect, there you go. There you go. Put in a good point total into your deck score also. For barbarians, it's good to have a deck score.
Yeah.
I put my dump as my intelligence or something because I had a very bad roll. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's kind of nuts. I mean, barbarians like unarmored, even you can be buck naked with nothing on you.
Yeah.
All you have are like ropes to hold your weapons on you, and you can just run around beating the shit out of people. And they can barely touch you as long as you have a good dex mod and good con mod.
Yeah.
Because I mean, primarily you're putting your points into your strength and your constitution by default.
Correct.
Anyway.
Correct.
And after certain levels, you can actually get your barbarian to have even more constitution than 20.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They just become buff.
Yeah, it becomes a point where you are just so chonked that nothing can kill you, nothing can hit you even. And if they hit you, they hit you for half damage. But yeah, that's
I mean, let's say you're in a situation where you're imprisoned, your party's imprisoned, and all your armor's been taken away to another room. You can somehow try and break free, okay, from whatever this little cell is, and you can still have a high AC of 15 at least. Like, I'm pretty sure you'll have a good con, at least like a +3 to your con and +2 to your dex. That'll bring you to a 15 unarmored AC. Just butt naked. You just have to bonk one of the prison, jailers. Just bonk them out, take their weapon, and you're good to fight. You can rage, motherfucker.
It's nuts.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So moving on, starting at 2nd level, they gain another feature which I love, which every barbarian loves. Again, it's another core feature of theirs. It's called Reckless Attack. And you can throw aside all concern for defense to attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn. But attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn. I love it.
Which for any other class sucks. But as a barbarian, I'm raging. Bring it, bitch.
Fine. Yeah, you're fine. Like, again, guys, like ABR again, always be reckless attack.
Yeah.
Attacking.
Yeah, because you can take the hits. You can take the hits. You may as well rage.
Yeah.
And go reckless.
Yeah.
And the best part is because when you go reckless, you roll you hit an advantage, right? So you roll 2 dice. The chances of you getting a natural 20 significantly increases.
Just ramps up. Yeah. It just ramps up.
And nobody uses crit better than a fucking barbarian. And we'll come to that. We'll come to reasons why also.
Yep. And that's what reckless attack gives you. And again, remember, a person can attack you till the end of your turn at advantage. Any hostile creature can attack you at advantage. And like Paul said, though, that's cool. You're raging, half damage. Don't worry. You want to be getting attacked also. It's good if people take the focus on you, knowing that you're recklessly attacking and they have advantage on you, because then you maintain your rage. Yep. Hey, win-win.
100%.
So moving on to the next feature, again at 2nd level, you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blind, deafened, or incapacitated. This is an amazing feature, and always remember to trigger this feature. Couple of times I've missed out on it, but ever since I've just been, my danger sense has always been tinkling. I always make sure to trigger it. It's very easy to forget about it, even from the DM's end, because it's a very, very, very passive, feature.
Yeah. So say you're hit by a breath weapon or a fireball, you have advantage on the saving throw.
Advantage on the saving throw.
As long as you can see
Any
it
deck
coming.
saving throw. Yeah, as long as you see it coming. As long as you see it coming. Again, see it or hear it coming, and you're not incapacitated. You're good to take advantage on this saving throw. Oh my god, guys, it'll just save you. And like moreover, if the Barbarian saves a fireball, he takes half damage reduced to half.
I mean,
It's
that depends on your
amazing.
that depends on your subclass.
If you get that subclass, we'll get into we'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yep.
But if you're a particular subclass of Barbarian, fire damage ain't doing shit to you.
Yeah.
Nope. You're good. You're good to go.
No.
Nope, just no. But that's what Danger Sense is about. Again, second level feature. Now moving on, at third level, you get to choose your Primal Path. Now this is where you get to choose a subclass for your Barbarian. Now again, we are sticking to the player's handbook, so we have just few to work with. But we'll touch on the others whenever we get into the other books.
Yeah.
But the two that we're going to touch on itself, like just these basic subclasses are amazing. So starting off, your Primal Path, so you can either choose between the path of the Berserker or the path of the Totem Warrior. And there is a big list of features that each of them get, which we will get into. And actually, you know what? Let's get into the subclasses and then we'll move on to the remaining features.
Okay, sure.
I feel since it's just two of them,
Right.
it'll be fun.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
And this is what makes the Barbarians fun at the end of the day, the subclasses. So let's start with the Totem Warrior. So let me.
We're
just
doing
pull
Totem
them
first,
up.
huh?
Yeah, let's do the Totem first.
Okay.
And then we'll do the Berserker.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
I personally want to start with the Totem Warrior first because I personally love it. So
Yeah.
hate me. I don't care.
Let's go. Okay. Right out the gate, guys, in a tier list of Barbarian subclasses, Totem Warrior is S+.
S plus.
It is,
Yeah.
without doubt, one of, if not the best, Barbarian subclass in the game.
Yeah. See, I'm selling the Barbarian, Paul. That's why I'm
Yeah,
starting with my best foot forward.
100%. Go for it.
I've got to round up a bunch of Barbarians.
Like mechanically speaking, the totem is nuts.
It's nuts. It's a variety you can play with. It's a good. It allows you to mix and match. That's what makes it even more interesting.
Yeah.
So, the path of the Totem Warrior is a spiritual journey, as the Barbarian accepts a spirit animal, as guide, protector, and inspiration. So in battle, your Totem Spirit fills you with supernatural might, adding magical fuel to your Barbarian rage. I love that description for it. So, starting off, once you hit third level and once you choose this path, the path of the Totem Warrior at third level, you gain, the first feature that you gain under it is the Spirit Seeker. So yours is a path that seeks attunement with the natural world, giving you a kinship with beasts. So at third level, when you adopt this path, you gain the ability to cast beast sense and speak with animal spells, but only as rituals. So again, it's amazing. Like, I've used it. Like, I've literally cast Speak with Animals and finally spoken to Jamima. Although she's Jamina, but we call her Jamima. And it comes in handy, guys. Again, it mostly out of combat because remember, when you're raging, can't cast spells. So remember that.
Yeah.
But again, it's only ritually also, so it's gonna take you time to cast these spells anyways.
And this thing, like so something like Speak with Animals can actually help you out in an exploration.
Dude, beast sense, dude. Beast sense. You could say you're in a forest. You could channel beast sense into like an owl or something you see flying through the night. Fucking hell, use its vision for a bit and try and understand what's in front of you or something.
Yeah, it's good for scouting, good for reconnaissance. Like, say you find a squirrel or something, you can talk to him and go, yo, I will give you some nuts or some food if you go and tell me what's happening up front.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay. Cool, that works. You can 100% do that.
Yeah. Bet you didn't see this coming for barbarians, huh? For people who don't know. Yeah, it's amazing. They're pretty cool. So that's the first feature you gain as a totem warrior. And then moving on, your totem spirit. This is where it gets super cool.
Broken. Nerf.
So at third level, you choose your totem spirit and you gain features according to the spirit you've chosen. So I'm just gonna read out the spirits first. So you have the bear, the eagle, and the wolf. These are the three spirits that are given here in the player's handbook. There are a lot of other spirits that have been playtest and then became only few of them I think became official after that also. But a lot of them you'll find a lot of playtest cool stuff. So you could look up for yourselves. Don't worry about that.
And also, if you guys want to use any of the other spirits, talk to your DM and see
Yeah.
if they are okay with that.
Yeah. Because there are some really cool, homebrewed spirits that I've come across. Again, talk to your DM about that. But we are sticking to player's handbook. So you have the bear, the eagle, and the wolf. So at third level, when you get to choose your spirit, the bear gives you this feature. While raging, you have resistance to all damage except psychic damage. The spirit of the bear makes you tough enough to stand up to any punishment. This right here needs a pause of its own.
Yeah.
Right?
I hate this totem. I hate this totem.
Again, like I was saying, DMs will hate barbarians who have this spirit as their under their oh.
Yeah.
Trust me, like this, that barbarian, unless it's psychic damage, nothing's gonna phase this guy. Let's just say he's what's Ishara's race again? And why am I blanking out on her? Yeah, unless you're let's say as Adi found the workaround, made a Kalashtar barbarian. Guess what?
Kalashtar are resistant to psychic damage.
So well, Paul did punish us for that in style. It was amazing. If we could give him inspiration points, we would have given him inspiration for that. But yeah, this can really put a sock in the DM's mouth.
Yeah, it's
quite
the
a bit.
worst.
It's
Fire damage halved. Lightning damage halved.
Yeah,
Cold damage
cool.
halved. Everything.
Cool.
Every fucking
cool.
damage other than psychic is halved.
Psychic,
I hate it.
cool. It's funny. I can laugh to that from time to time. It's okay.
Kalashtar, you make a Kalashtar and you're resistant to every fucking form of damage. It's the worst.
It's amazing, and again, it's your preference. What you're going to be choosing straight off third level, like when you first get to choose your first spirit, what you choose is up to you. But as a word of advice, bear, you want it.
Yeah.
You want it.
If you want to be a frontliner.
Yeah, if you want to be a frontliner, you want it. Okay. Okay. We'll finish the other two spirits as well. So moving on, the eagle, while you're raging and aren't wearing heavy armor, other creatures have disadvantage on opportunity attack rolls against you and can use the dash action as a bonus action on your turn. The spirit of the eagle makes you into a predator who can weave through the fray with ease. So again, super cool. Super cool. If you want to be the person who's gonna go in, out, this is what you want.
Yeah.
This is what you want. You can use your movement, okay, get in combat, take the hits. But since you're dashing away, it's okay. They can take the opportunity attack on you. Sure, take the half damage, or if you're hard to hit, makes it even more harder for them to hit. But you can use that bonus action to dash to another target.
Yeah.
You can move on to the next one or get to safety also.
I don't know if we talked about this during our action recovery situation, but because if you leave an enemy's melee range, willingly, if you move yourself willingly out of their range, they get to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: with the eagle totem, they make that opportunity attack against you at disadvantage. Which means
disadvantage.
they're less likely to hit
Yeah.
you.
So let's say you recklessly attack them. If you're eagle totem, that's negated back to a straight roll.
Yep. It's pretty
That's
good.
back to a straight roll.
If you
It's
wanna,
awesome.
If you want to get to the back, say the enemy cast is this. Again, rule of thumb: if the enemies have a caster, take out the caster first.
Yeah.
If you want to run past all his minions and get to him,
Ooh.
eagle totem's amazing.
Yeah, movement, bonus action, dash,
Get to
and
them.
later on, like as a barbarian at level 5, anyways, you get extra movement, plus 10 feet to your total movement.
Yep.
So you have 40 movement by base, unless you're a race who has lesser movement. You have 40 movement at level 5.
You're
It's
fast.
amazing.
You're fast.
Yeah, really fast. So imagine that movement and then bonus action dash 80 feet.
Yep.
You
Get
see why this is S plus.
Yeah. Get to the guy and cleave him in half.
Yeah, yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. And then moving on to the wolf. While you're raging, your friends have advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet of you that is hostile to you. The spirit of the wolf makes you a leader of hunters.
Again,
In other words,
fantastic stage.
tactics, baby.
It's a good one.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
All your
So-
spellcasters in the back, your rangers in the back, all have
Yeah.
advantage on attack rolls in enemies
Give
who are
them
5 feet from you.
advantage.
Easily.
Give them advantage. It's beautiful. So this is why I love the Totem Warrior. It's as simple as that. As a subclass, this is what you get. And again, we'll move on to as you keep leveling up. But before we do that, this is how you get to choose how your barbarian plays in combat.
Yeah.
It's by choosing either one of these spirits. So let's say
versatile.
you go for if you go for the bear totem, you know your damage soaker for days. Days. Any damage except for psychic, or by some way you have resistance to psychic damage. Even amazing. Like you have resistance to every sort of damage in the game. I can't stress on that.
Word of advice. As a barbarian, do not dump your wisdom.
Yeah.
Dump anything
Yeah.
else you want.
Yeah.
Not wisdom. Because there are a lot of spells that require wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws. Yeah.
So if you have a shit wisdom, you're done, son.
Yeah.
Just be careful of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta pray to your dice gods for good ability score rolls. That's all in your heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is how you flavor your barbarian and their playstyle as a totem warrior, as the path of the totem warrior. So moving on, at level 6, you get to choose another spirit. Again, you can choose the same spirit again from the last one. Let's say if you went bear 3rd level, you can choose bear again, or you could mix it up. You could go eagle this time, or you could go wolf this time, or whatever subclass you like, whatever spirit you find from any other content you might have. And that's the beauty of the totem warrior. Again, you can mix and match, so you don't have to focus on just one spirit's ability alone. So at 6th level, the bear gains basically your carrying capacity, right? Your carrying capacity, including your max load and your maximum lift capacity, is doubled. And you have advantage on strength checks made to pull, push, lift, or break objects. Awesome feature to have. Awesome feature to have. Again, if you want to be that hardy, just that physically built hardy person to do all this stuff for your party, bear totem, guys. It's amazing. And the eagle at 6th level, you gain the eyesight of an eagle. You can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty, able to discern even fine details as though looking at something no more than 100 feet away from you. Additionally, dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on your perception checks, rather your wisdom checks for perception. So, amazing feature. Like, I've mixed and matched like bear and eagle for Murin. It's amazing. It works really well. He already had dark vision, but now it's just amazing. Now with the 1 mile vision.
Yeah.
I mean, just reading it again, like even though I'm playing it, it's amazing. It's amazing. Moving on to the wolf. So the wolf at 6th level, you gain the hunting sensibilities of a wolf. You can track other creatures while traveling at a fast pace, and you can move stealthily while traveling at a normal pace. Now that's awesome.
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick. Again, like, it's how you want to play your barbarian.
Yeah, 100%.
And just remember you have these features.
Yeah.
Because they actually do get a lot of stuff stacked up, and it gets like their feature list gets quite big. Trust me, guys, they seem simple to play. It's very easy to forget the simplest of things. It's happened to me many times. It's word of advice. Remember, these things are there for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and moving on, at 10th level, you gain another feature as a totem warrior called the Spirit Walker. And this is pretty cool. You can cast the Commune spell, right? But only as a ritual, again. When you do so, a spiritual version of one of the animals you choose for totem spirit or aspect of the beast appears to you to convey the information you seek. You can cast Commune as a barbarian.
I mean,
Psych-
it's commune with nature. Keep that in mind.
It's awesome though. It's still awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like trust me, these little things come into play when you need them. It's not going to be in combat. This is ritual casting you're talking about. So this is, again, it can be put into use. It's an amazing feature to have. And
for example, one thing you can find out is you can gain 3 facts of knowledge of an area that you're in. So you can get terrain and body of waters, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or people, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, or influence from other planes of existence, or certain buildings. It's actually kind of nuts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can inherently know where these things are.
On paper, it sounds like cool, but the extent of it is actually amazing during downtime situations or out of combat situations.
Yeah.
Can
Very
come
useful.
in clutch.
Very useful.
Can come in clutch.
Again,
You might not speaking to a deity or anything or
Yeah.
some higher being of such, but speaking to a totem spirit is as good. Like, you might get really good information that might be significantly harder for you to find in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the radius is what, 300 feet, I believe, for the spell. Yeah, 300
Oh,
feet.
community, I think. Yeah.
300 feet.
Yeah.
So you can know everything, at least 3 things of that list within 300 feet of you. You can decide what you want to know. Are there enemies here? Where are these enemies? Are they 300 feet away from me? Cool. How many of them are there? X number is there. It's like, great, amazing, fantastic. I know there are 300 warriors in that side of the bank. I'm not going that way. Let's walk the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
whatever.
that's what you want as a person who's like all about that combat, right? As a barbarian, that's the information you're seeking. Yeah, you're honestly, even like in game as a barbarian, you'll be looked as like, the dude who's always slashing shit. Trust me. It happens. And that's what they're good at, man. And it's awesome. And things like this, like having the access to the commune spell is awesome. Or even be sense and speak with animals is so nice. It's little things. It's little things that just throw them a little away from their element, which you don't be like, oh, hey, whoa, what's this dude suddenly speaking with the goat? Like everyone in the party suddenly finds their orc barbarian, like, having this intense conversation with a goat. What a moment. Man, I just played that in my head. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, moving on. At 14th level, you get your final feature as a totem warrior, and that's Totemic Attunement. So, as a bear, while raging, any creature within 5 feet of you that's hostile to you has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you or another creature with this feature. An enemy is immune to this effect if it can't see or hear you or if it can't be frightened. I like this feature. It's really cool. I mean, I don't know if any of my barbarians will make it like to this level, but I might just take that feature because I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
It kind of gives you the feature of the eagle,
Come at me.
of the wolf
Come
in
at
a
me,
way.
bitch. Come at me,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Come at me.
Yeah.
You're just taunting people to come at you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, and it's pretty hard for enemies to not hear you or see you because you're gonna be in their faces most of the time.
Yeah.
So you can be pretty sure they will hear you or see you. And the eagle spirit gives you, while you're raging, you have a flying speed equal to your current walking speed.
Fuck.
This benefit works only in short bursts. If you fall if you end your turn in the air and nothing else is holding you aloft. You need to be careful about where you finish your turn. But again, short bursts of flight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Kind of stupid. Like, you can get to the back of the line. You can just, like, say there are 6 enemies in front of you and the boss is right behind them. You can fly over all of them, taking no opportunity attacks because they can't fucking hit you. And your movement speed is what at 14th level? I think it's like 50, 60?
Should be. Yeah, should be.
So you can fly 50 feet across the fucking room, get to the big bad guy and go, "What's up?" //.
Oh, just do a solid like attack from the air, overhead strike, just trying to cleave them. Oh.
And the best part is you can flavor it so beautifully. The fact that you just see the barbarian duck down, jump out, spectral wings pop out, like eagle wings pop out of his or her back, as they fly across, land down, and take 2 swings at the bad guy, at the big bad evil guy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool to watch that shit.
It's amazing. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Super cool.
And the last feature, rather the wolf spirit, while you're raging, you can use a bonus action on your turn to knock a large or smaller creature prone when you hit it with the melee weapon attack.
No saving throw.
I love this one also.
No saving.
You just bonk its ass down.
Yeah, you just knock its ass over.
Knock its ass over.
It's ridiculous. Like most other things, like I'm gonna shove them down or whatever. It is usually a there's a contested roll that happens. With the wolf, if you hit them, they are knocked prone if they are large or smaller.
Yeah.
That is insane, because immediately I can hit them, knock them prone, and because I have extra attack, I can immediately hit them again with advantage without having to go reckless. And it's stupid. It's really good.
It's amazing.
Oh,
it's
man.
amazing.
It's really
and
nice.
that brings an end to the Totem Warrior. I mean, this is why I wanted to start with it, because I wanted to start it off with a bag. Like, it's, to me, in my eyes, it's the better of the 2 subclasses you get in the player's handbook.
100%,
Again, in the
100%.
player's handbook. And oh my god, the possibilities are actually amazing, guys. It's amazing. Play one and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Totem Warrior is without doubt one of the best stuff. Mainly, like I mentioned before, because in the player's handbook, they only mention three animal spirits. However, consider the fact that there are also playtests and Unearthed Arcana, which is considered the playtest material. They have multiple other spirits as well that you can attune to.
Yeah,
Now,
guys, there are some fun ones.
Some
There's
cool
that
ones.
For heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Take a duck.
Yeah, it can be a duck. Spirit of the duck. But again, there's this kind of stuff that you have to clear with the DM if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
But the beauty of the Totem Warriors, it's a Swiss Army knife. You can pick whatever you need that would be helpful to your party members and everyone else around you.
Yeah. So as you're playing, again, if your character makes it to higher levels, you know even more, okay, I know I need this for the party. I know this will help the party. You will automatically start building to the party. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. Like, for example, if you're going full, like, for the party, imagine going, like, full wolf. Yeah. Just honing the wolf spirit till for all the 3 features that you get after that. Like, oh my god. Oh, you'll just be buffing your party amazingly, and you become sneaky also. It's awesome.
Yeah. Nothing scarier than a sneaky barbarian.
Oh god.
It's terrifying.
Sneak attack on barbarians. Oh, we just broke the ending.
Yeah. It's kind of stupid.
Oh,
now,
well.
let's come to the path of the Berserker. Now, this is what people generally consider to be the barbarian, like the standard barbarian fucking subclass. And I will tell you for a fact, it's mediocre. I mean, it's mediocre until you hit, what was it? Hold on, let me double check this. Until you hit level 18. Once you hit level 18, then this fucking subclass is broken. But up until until you hit 18, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Okay. So,
it is.
Quote: for some barbarians, rage is a means to an end. That end being violence. The path of the Berserker is a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood, As you enter a berserker's rage, you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own health or well-being. Like I said, when people talk about berserkers from Norse mythology, this is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So, starting at 3rd level, when you choose this path at 3rd level, you can go into a frenzy when you rage. If you do so, for the duration of the rage, you can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after you rage. However, when your rage ends, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Now, exhaustion is super dangerous. It is a terrifying condition to be under. I think we covered this last session.
We did.
Yeah.
In detail.
In detail, yeah. So, the only drawback of being a berserker is the exhaustion. But that exhaustion in itself is actually quite problematic.
Yeah, especially early levels.
Yeah, early levels, yeah. And
Actually,
that's the thing.
till mid levels, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think this will be the one and the only class which one subclass I would say always be raging, not the best rule of thumb. Honestly, it's a little iffy. But that said, though, at level 1, at least till like level 5, you can make 2 attacks per turn. Hit level 5, you can get extra attack. You can make 3 attacks per turn.
3 attacks, yeah.
Which is nuts. For
that's
Barbarian,
the trade-off.
That's stupid.
That's the trade-off. Yeah.
If a Barbarian can make 3 hits in a turn, that's ridiculous.
An early game Barbarian doing 2 hits in a turn.
Oh, yeah. Shit's dead. Shit is fucking dead. But the only thing is you have to be careful of exhaustion. That's the only drawback. Then, so for those of you not aware, for your subclasses for Barbarians, you get features at 3rd, 6th, 10th, and 14th levels. Okay? Keep that in mind. So, at 6th level as a Berserker, you can no longer be charmed or frightened while you are raging. If you are charmed or frightened when you enter your rage, that effect is actually suspended for the duration of the rage, which is actually kind of cool. It's like amazing. You are charmed, you are sitting like, oh fuck, this person is my friend. Rage, fuck that, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Slice.
I'm just gonna slice his ass. So it's pretty fucking cool. It's a very good ability. Like the one of the few things that can stop a barbarian, like I said earlier before, wisdom saving throws. A lot of spells with charm effects have wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
So with mindless rage, you can immediately go I rage and that charm effect is gone. You are now back to being a fucking force of nature. Actually, a force of blood and steel.
For the duration of the rage. Yeah, for the duration of rage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But that's mindless rage. Simple and straightforward. Then at the 10th level, you gain intimidating presence. You can use your action to frighten someone with your menacing presence. When you do so, choose one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature can see or hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, which is normally it's equal to your DC. It's equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. Now, as a DM myself, I know that some barbarians will dump their charisma stats, which is fine. I would say, personally for me, I would let you use your strength modifier in that regard. Because you're using your strength to be a menacing force ahead of you. So
I would straight up ask the DM if I could do the strength instead. It would make more sense.
Yeah, the thing is like any barbarian, they think, I want to make a intimidation check. I'm like, cool. Roll D20, add your strength modifier. Go for it. I'll let you do it. So, if they fail the saving throw, they are frightened of you, which means if a target is frightened of you, they attack you with disadvantage. And if you move away from them, they cannot get closer to you. It's a great way to what do you call it? Like you use it for the point to even block off a choke point, where no one can go past you to get to your friends because they have to walk towards you. If they are frightened of you, they cannot walk towards you, which is super good, and it's a really cool way to work out tactics in a fight.
Yeah. Oh man. I love that feature they gain. But
the only issue I'd say with it is though, it takes an action to use.
Takes an action to use. That's true. That's
the only problem. So which is why I'm saying this subclass is not great. because you're giving up your chance to just slaughter somebody just to go, you're scared of me now. You know, it's one of those, it's a weird thing to do. I'd rather just beat the guy to death than just go boo, you know, personally. And of course, the creature can always make the saving throw at the end of all of its turn, or if it moves 60 feet away from you, it's like, okay, it's no longer in range of your powerful presence.
Yeah.
And finally, and here's the other thing. If the creature succeeds on the saving throw, that creature is immune to that feature for the next 24 hours.
Makes sense.
It's kind of, I mean, sure, but
it kind of like ruins it also.
Yeah, it's like, fuck that, you know? Like, it's shit. It's not a good feature. Right out of the gate, I tell you, it's a crap feature. It reads very well. Did you realize there's an action? They can continue to make the saving throws, and if they succeed, you can no longer frighten them. It's like, fuck that, dude. No. No. It's no. No. And then finally at level 14, you gain Retaliation. Starting at 14th level, when you take damage from a creature within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. So this, technically speaking, actually, is it when you take damage? It's like a half sentinel.
Sorta.
It's like sentinel. So if someone hits you
can take it on everyone, just whoever hits you.
Yeah. So basically, as when you're raging, you're making 3 attacks per turn. Someone next to you attacks, you can just go 4th attack, smack. You just smack them around. It's like you bitch slap them with the butt end of your great axe.
Why'd you hit me? You hitting me fast.
Yeah. Like, you hit me, I fucking hit you back, man. Simple as that. So this is the subclass if you want to just go into a fucking bloodthirsty rage and just decimate enemies. Fantastic class for that. Its features, not so great. Because exhaustion sucks. But,
it does.
But if there's a sustained fight happening, then this class is amazing. And then once you hit level 18, you have Indomitable Range, which means your rage never drops until you choose to.
Yeah.
So you can be raging permanently.
Forever. You're just always angry.
Yeah, you are always fucking angry, which means you are hitting you're making 3 attacks per turn. You are just a whirlwind of blood and steel. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
like
so
I said, if you focus on, like, as a barbarian in game, always look out to get good weapons.
Yeah.
Try and get good weapons. It's okay if you have spent gold on them. Also, if you find someone selling a magical weapon, +1/+2 weapon, buy it. You're the one who's going to make the most use out of it, and just
or just have your rogue steal it.
That also.
Yeah.
That also. Pick up loot also.
I want that +2 great axe.
Yes.
Rogue, go steal it for me.
Please.
Man.
Shut up, Rogue. Okay. Always raging.
Yeah. I will sit on you.
It's an intimidative to go steal it. Okay.
Yeah. I will use my butt cheeks and crush your skull. You know, because you can do that. You're a fucking barbarian.
You're a barbarian.
It's nuts. But yeah, so those are the subclasses you get access to. Now let's continue the other features that the barbarian gets, because we stopped at level 3. Let's go to level 4, 5 and go on. Yeah, go on. Take it off.
Yeah, so, well, level 4 as usual, for any class you get an ASI increase, an ability score improvement rather. And you can either choose 2 points, like this is again just basic knowledge, 2 points into 1 score ability, or split that into 2 single points and put them into 2 abilities. Or you could choose a feature instead of taking the points. Yeah. So there's an entire features list. I don't think we touched on the features list and stuff, right? Yeah, so future episode, hey, that might be next episode, guys.
Yeah, feats are... The feats list is kind of stupid. Like some of them can make you absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. Like, for example, if you take Sentinel as a barbarian at level 4 instead of going for an ASI increase.
Great weapon master.
Oh, great weapon master. Yeah.
Fuck.
anything. Like again,
Great
feats.
weapon
We'll
master.
get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great-
we'll
great-
get
great-
into that one day. There's
okay.
so much.
Just as a preamble, great weapon master.
Mm-hmm.
You take a -5 penalty to your attack roll, but you do +10 damage on your hit. I'm a barbarian. I'm recklessly attacking. I have advantage. I'm always hitting you for +10.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, as a barbarian level 1, I'm doing 15 damage to you. Great weapon master, I'm doing 25 damage to you
Yeah,
per turn.
you can take that gamble easily.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal.
It's
But yeah,
brutal.
But yeah, that's your ASI.
Yeah.
I think it's like most, other than rogues and fighters, every other class has the same breakdown. So for ability scores, so at this 4th level, 8th level, 12th level, 16th level, and 19th level, you get an ASI and or feat. Up to you to choose.
Yeah.
So every class but fighters and rogues get it
Yeah.
at those specific levels.
Fighters and rogues have some bumps. The bastards.
Fighters get 7 ASIs, rogues get 6.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts.
But we will curse them when we come to them.
Yeah.
So moving on, that's again 4th level for any class. That's what you get. And 5th level, you get extra attack as a barbarian, which means you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Love it. It's awesome. This is when your barbarian starts, becoming, you'll start seeing the DM, being a little sad because you're just hacking at every single NPC he throws at you. It's powerful to watch, but it's also glorious. Ah, yes, the barbarian is kicking. But yes,
this chonky motherfucker I've got as a mini boss. The barbarian just cleaved through him like he was a piece of paper. It's like,
and you're going there like, okay, right. Well, that's all I had for the session, guys.
yeah,
So, see you next. Cool.
yeah, see you next week, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah. And hey, to go with that, you gain extra movement as well. So remember the +10 we spoke earlier about. This is when you get it at level 5.
Yeah.
You get extra attack and extra movement. So you get that extra weapon attack, and you can run 10 feet further.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I mean, this again, like I said, I keep repeating from the beginning, you want to be in front, you want to be getting hit, you want to be hitting, and all these things aid you in doing that. So if you're not doing that as a barbarian, you're not playing a barbarian, my friend.
Yeah.
Just saying. So moving on, at level 7, you get feral instinct. This is also pretty cool. So your instincts are so honed that you have advantage on initiative rolls.
Yep.
So again, it's pushing you even further. They're like, hey, go, take advantage on initiative. Try to be the first one there.
Yeah.
So don't make use of that. Make use of that. And additionally, if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and you're not incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage before doing anything else on that turn. So again, always remember, on your turn, bonus action rage, and don't care. Even if you're just peeing, pee.
Yeah.
Bonus action rage when you're done.
Pee with that.
Pee with rage. Yeah. Roll that rage damage on that P. +2 to P damage.
Yeah. Now remember how I mentioned that barbarians use criticals better than anybody else? Go for it, buddy.
Yeah. Yes. So at level 9, you gain brutal critical. So you roll 1 additional weapon damage die when determining the extra damage for a critical hit with a melee weapon.
So what that means, so when you crit with a great axe, which is a D12, so you get a D12 damage. When you crit, you normally roll 2 D12 for your attack. With brutal critical, you get to roll 3 D12 for your attack.
And hey, let me add some more flavor to it. Let's say you're a half orc. You add 4 D12 to it because Orcish have Orcish Fury or something. Not Orcish, half orcs gain. I think it's called Orcish Fury or something, where they gain you add an extra damage die to any critical weapon roll that you make.
Savage attacks.
Savage attacks.
Yeah.
So if you're a half orc barbarian like Muran, you get 4 40. I can't wait to hit level 9, guys. I'm just 2 levels away. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Now,
But yes.
now imagine
good.
4d12 on a brutal critical plus Great Weapon Master.
Oh my god. The glory. The glory.
Fucking.
Yes. The barbarian and me just waiting, Paul.
I mean, okay, so in D&D, when you look at the average of a D12, that's 7. What's 4 times 7?
28.
28 plus 10. You're doing average of 38 damage on your crit. And if you roll better than that, and so you have Great Weapon Master and Great Weapon Fighting. Actually, wait, no.
Yeah.
Do Barbarians get fighting styles? No.
No.
Oh, okay, so you pick a feat that gives you a fighting style. You pick up Great Weapon Fighting, which means you can reroll 1s and 2s on your damage dice. Holy shit! And that's one attack. You have a second attack after that.
Yeah.
Oh, Barbarians do so much fucking damage. It's not fair.
It's fair. It's for the glory.
Oh, it's so unfair. I hate it.
The glory.
I hate it.
I love it. I love it. I
Oh.
love it. It's amazing, guys. Play a barbarian.
Oh, I'm
You will
sorry.
love it.
I misspoke. Okay, wait. We'll come back. Continue. Sorry. Go on. But yeah, that's brutal critical. And the best
That's
part
brutally
is,
critical.
and the other thing is brutal critical at level
13 and 17.
Yeah.
You gain 2 additional dice. Like rather 1 at each level.
Yeah, so-
rather 2 at 13 and 3 at 17.
So your brutal criticals are doing as a half orc. Fuck.
7? Is that 4 plus? Let's say level 13,
Yeah.
4 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 7 d12s, I think.
Yeah. So at 13 it's 6. At 18 it's 7. 7 d12s for a crit. Fuck. Nothing. Even a fucking dragon cannot stand up to you.
Yeah. And again, if you have a brilliant weapon, ooh la la.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait for my axe to start putting out this damage. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, dude. And especially, like I said, because you're reckless, your chances for a crit are so much higher.
Yeah, so much higher. So, like, word of advice playing a barbarian: rage, reckless attack every attack, guys. Don't get scared.
Yep.
Don't get scared. If you're scared, be a bear totem barbarian. There. You have nothing to worry about.
GG.
Just hold W.
Yeah.
W. That's all. Hold W and walk.
Hold W key and walk at them. Yeah. Best.
Yeah.
Best
And
worst
moving
advice
on.
ever.
Best worst advice ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. Starting at 11th level again, they become even more awesome. Relentless Rage.
Yeah.
Ah! Your rage can keep you fighting despite grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 hit points while you're raging and don't die outright, you can make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. If you succeed, you drop to 1 hit point instead. Each time you use this feature after the first, the DC increases by 5. When you have a short or long rest, the DC resets to 10. Love it!
Yeah. You cannot be killed.
Love it. You can't. And hey, here again, if you're a half orc or an orc, you already have from your racial trait, you drop, you come back with that 1 hit point.
You can
So-
you can survive a lot of hits.
Yeah, you can survive going down twice. And if you have a healer in the party, they can heal you back up and make those chances even harder for you to go down.
Yeah, and here's the thing. As a barbarian, you already have a very good constitution. Chances of you failing this are very low.
Very low. 10 DC for a barbarian is child's play.
Nothing.
At this level is child's play because you will have a +8 to the saving throw. You have to roll. If you roll a 2, you just have to critically fail to fail.
Yeah.
Literally.
You have to roll nat 1 to fail. No chance otherwise.
Yeah.
So you'll always get the fuck back up.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid.
It's awesome. Get back up, bonus action rage.
Yeah.
and go back to what you were
No,
doing.
that's the thing. Your rage doesn't even drop. You continue raging because you managed to stay up.
Because you managed to stay up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So okay, so the next feature. I remember I said level 18. No. Berserkers come online at level 15. My bad.
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on, at level 15, you gain persistent rage. So your rage is so fierce that it ends early only if you fall unconscious or if you choose to end it.
You are so angry
So,
you refuse
yeah.
to not chill the fuck out.
This is what we were talking about. Like, you just wake up, one of your party mates, like, they wake up, hey, good morning. And you just wake up, why are you screaming? I'm raging. Hey.
Persistent rage, dude. Like this feature alone makes the Barbarian one of the best classes. And unfortunately, it's super. Like, okay, I want to be clear about something. Not many games get to
Go
level
this long.
20 or go that long.
Yeah.
Like most modules that people play, like most pre-written modules, only goes from levels 1 to maybe 13, maybe
Yeah.
15 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But there is no campaign that goes from 1 to 20. Even
Yeah.
homebrew, after a point, even your DM's going to be like, I am running out of shit to throw at you. Like, I have to make broken characters that will piss you off just so we can keep playing. Otherwise, you're breezing through every single fucking fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which no longer becomes challenging or fun for anybody.
Kind of makes it fair why they give these things at much higher levels. I mean, imagine a persistent raging barbarian from level 9.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, he's broken the game already.
100%. Can't be killed.
Nothing.
Permanently taking reduced damage.
Reduce damage.
Go Berserker. You're doing 3 attacks per turn with Great Weapon Master on all of them. Fuck. Holy shit. You are outputting 25 damage per turn.
Yeah.
Actually, per hit, I should say.
So it's good that it's at a high level. Although I love them, it's good.
Yeah.
Good. It brings some sanity to the game. Otherwise, it'll break it, guys. It'll just break it.
Yeah.
And moving on, at 18th level, you get Indomitable Might. So if your total for a strength check is less than your strength score, you can use that score in place of that total.
Yeah.
So let's say if your strength score is max to like 20, you rolled like an 18, you're like, damn, sorry that changing that 20.
20.
Thank you.
I succeed.
And he's just gonna be like, fuck, it was an 18.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. You're fine, I guess. This boulder's not rolling over you.
Yeah.
You're good. That's what I thought.
You just yeet the boulder yourself. Boulder falls on you, just pick it up and just yeet it back. Like, fuck it, dude.
And moving on at level 20, finally, Primal Champion, Capstone. You embody the power of the wilds. Your strength and constitution scores increase by 4. Your maximum for those scores is now 24. And yeah, it's a good seal on the Barbarian class, honestly. You gain that buff, and now end game, let's just say you made it, you play a campaign that goes to level 20, your Barbarian gets to level 20, you've ended whatever end game quest is there. Now probably if you want to do something else, or if you're just taking on random quests, hey, now you have a super hardy dude.
Just as an FYI, 24 means it's a plus. It's a plus 7 modifier.
I mean, I'm saying with everything, let's say plus 7, and then with the weapon.
If your strength is 24 and your con is 24, it's a plus 7 modifier.
Yeah,
now,
plus 7 modifier.
Now add that to your attack rolls.
Yeah. Don't do the calculations, okay? Dude,
yeah. So at level 20, so to give you guys math, your proficiency bonus level 20 is plus 6. Okay. So your great axe, let's say it's a standard D12 normal great axe. So 1D12 plus 6 plus 7 to hit something.
So that's a plus 13 to the attack.
Yeah. That's kind of nuts. Plus 13 to hit. And you and then on top of that, you do 1d12 plus 7.
Yeah. Ah.
It
was nice playing that one shot. Sorry to play that. Like, sorry, I butted it.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking of the one shot we played where both of us played Barbarians, Benji and I. It was amazing to play level 20 Barbarian and feel that might.
Oh my god, so much fucking damage.
Reckless. Imagine that, guys. Reckless attacks now at level 20. You're hitting everything.
Oof.
You do not miss.
You can't miss. You just cannot miss.
I went bear totem with the eagle so I could fly in the end.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Oof.
Oh, the glory. The glory.
Endgame Barbarians are terrifying.
Terrifying.
As a DM,
Hey, as players also, watch out for Barbarians. Watch out for enemy Barbarians. Oh.
Yeah.
If you find an enemy Barbarian, tear that guy down as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Or he will tear
Shift
through
focus to him. Yeah. Shift focus on him.
Yeah. Barbarians fuck. Barbarians really do fuck. Holy shit.
They do.
Jesus fucking Christ. And they have so much hit points. Oh my god.
That
So much
D12
health.
hit die ramps up and it's... Again, unless you roll shittily like me, where you roll constantly 2s for like 5 levels, you know? Just 2, D12,
Yeah.
you know? And then just stick to average after that.
I mean, that's...
Even if you stick with average, you're fine.
Yeah, the average is 7, so it's much better. But that's the thing. It's like... Bigger numbers of dice is great. But your chance of getting a low roll is also higher.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you get the extreme good end of it. You get plus 12 to your health. It's like,
God.
Goddamn. Because it's plus,
Let's just
it's plus
say
12.
chumma someone kept rolling. Yeah, let's just say someone actually managed to roll constantly 12s or 11s on their hit dice, level up every time. They'll be triple digits by level 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you could rival Young Dragon's health.
Yeah, you can rival any NPC that comes at you. Because you're a barbarian. Every damage is halved now.
Yeah.
Most damage is halved in general.
Yeah.
But saying that's the Barbarian, guys. That brings us to the end of the Barbarian in the Player's Handbook.
Player's Handbook. There are several more books with more subclasses.
Several more. Like, I can't wait to come, like, whenever we get to touch the other subclasses of the Barbarians, like, from the other books. Oh my god, guys, trust me, there are some fun ones.
Some really cool ones. Some super powerful, cool ones. Like,
but Totem Warrior.
Totem Warrior is S+, without question.
S+.
Without question. There's another one, which is Xanathar's guide, which we'll touch on next, which is called the Zealot.
The Zealot.
Zealot Barbarian. That thing is also
quite brutal.
That thing is
quite brutal.
Yeah. These two classes are without question the best, mechanically speaking, Barbarian subclasses.
100% agree with you on that.
Fuck. Those things will destroy any battlefield. My god.
Yeah. So remember, if you're making a barbarian or you're playing one now and your first one or whatever, always be raging, always be reckless attacking as well.
Unless you don't need to.
Always be in front. If you feel you don't need to, sure.
Yeah,
I'm just constantly doing it.
Yeah,
anyways.
I mean, for example, say your spellcaster
if you can flank,
flanking fairy fire, or just knock them prone and then attack them again. You can do that also.
Yeah, could do that also.
So,
but yeah, always be in the heat of combat as a barbarian. Don't pick the barbarian class and then end up playing a character that's reserved and not upfront, especially in combat. Again, they can be a soft-spoken person in general or whatever, but in combat, the barbarians are all about taking lead and going in front and kicking ass for glory. Yes. Barbarian rage. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it.
Yeah. Holy shit. Barbarians are the worst and the best.
As DMs, you're gonna hate him. But you do end up watching your barbarian players do some cool shit, and at the end of the day, sometimes you're like, yeah, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem is when you guys like cleave through a fucking boss of mine. I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
I spent a week preparing this fight. What the fuck? It's over in 2 minutes? God damn it. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling for a DM.
It's the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling. As a DM, I know I always have to keep, even if barbarians don't exist in the world, I know I have a rule. I have to keep an arsenal of barbarians as my NPCs.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
Or just throw in some giants with spellcasting. Then barbarians.
Oh God. Why? Jeez, please.
Because like I was waiting for you guys to get to where you guys got to in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Adi is going to hate me, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. Just the no card. Like, you do not get to do shit. Sit there quietly.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing. And again, it changed the dynamic of combat because we removed the barbarian from the equation. And trust me, guys, it changed. I was in the player end, so I know how it felt. And I'm sure the other guys, if they're watching, they would attest to this. Like, we felt handicapped. We were like, oh my God, she's incapacitated. Well, she can't do anything. She's literally sitting, hands folded, and can't do anything. What do we do?
Yeah.
That's our damage soaker. That's our person who's kicking ass.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Took her immediately out of the fight. It's like, no. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Sit there.
Yeah, it was brutal.
It was super fun. It was funny. I loved it. I was like, yeah, no.
Oh man.
But yeah.
This was fun.
This was fun, yeah. Barbarians. Like, again, this is your class, which is why I want you to take lead on this one. Like me personally, I've only had barbarians in my games. I've never played one myself because I'm not that kind of a player. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, it might not be for all of y'all. Like, it might not be to be the person up front in combat and constantly hacking people.
Exactly.
It's to your flavor.
The thing is, like, if you want someone who hits hard and can take hits, barbarian.
Yeah.
Barb fucking Arian.
Don't look anywhere else. Don't look anywhere else.
Yeah. And besides, the other subclasses, which we'll touch on later. Oh boy.
Oh boy. There's a lot of cool shit out there.
Yeah. Kinda nasty. But I think that's all we have for you guys today. Anything else you want to talk about, Con?
Oh, I think we're good.
Okay. So we're gonna end our episode today. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope this was informative and you guys have learned something and potentially use it in your games and have some, I know, just make your DMs hate you. Much like I hate my players sometimes.
Yay!
But we'll catch you guys next week. I mean, do you want to discuss? What do you want to do next week, dude? You want to do feats? You want to continue the barbarian, or?
I think we'll touch on the feats since we spoke about it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So next week, tune in again, same time, 8 p.m. GMT plus 5:30. We're going to be talking about the features you get access to as player characters, and some of these features are fucking broken. But once again, we'll only touch on the player's handbook to start. Then we'll look at the other books and add those in later as well. But that said, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next week. So from us to you guys, roll for initiative, and we will see you then. Peace out.
Bye-bye.